Hello people from Gunner Station, bad game today against Tottenham. I'm not impressed, lost 2-1. I predicted a 1-1. My opinion, I think we're going to tie the game. We're going to draw with Tottenham. Maybe a win. I thought we could actually win. But lose was kind of, I was not really thinking about that. I was not talking too much. A lot of Arsenal fans talking. Jose's finished. Tottenham's not going to do anything. 0 shots against Bournemouth. That's what happens when we play. When you play a North London derby, it's something completely different. It don't matter if you win 20 games and the other team wins 20 games. The best way to pick up your motivation to start winning is by winning a North London derby. If you lose as much games as you like and you play a game like this, the biggest game in the city, and you win it, your motivation is going to go from low to high right away. So yeah, people, I hope we learn from our mistakes. Arsenal Twitter, I saw the administrator posting that Sheffield United beat Chelsea 3-0 and beating Sheffield is not for no one. And then we go and see that Chelsea beat Tottenham and we lose to Tottenham. But let's go for the player ratings, people. Let's start with that. Emiliano Martinez. I give Emiliano Martinez an 8. I think he was very decent again. In the first half, he had a pretty bad short pass. I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he tried to pass the ball to, was it Tierney or Kolasinac? But he tried to pass it, and it was just absolutely, I cannot even explain what that was. That was an atrocious pass. It was just nonsense. And that could have been really dangerous. So let's go for 8 for Martinez. I think everything else he was pretty decent. The save against Harry Kane, not just one, the other in the second half as well, where Mustafi just go like this. I don't know. Let's go for now Mustafi, I give him a 6. To be honest, I think first half was actually pretty decent, keeping the form that he's been keeping on the last games. But then you have the Mustafi that switches off out of nowhere. After 60 minutes, the guy just go from Mustafi to Mustafi in 2018, Mustafi versus Crystal Palace, whatever you want to call it, Mustafi 2019, whatever you want to call it. We cannot renew with this guy, honestly. We cannot renew with this guy. I've said it before, even the good games he has, one time, if it's crucial, he's always going to do the wrong thing. I rate him this season. He's being very professional. He's doing very good in my opinion. I rate him for that. I can praise him. Today, I think overall he was alright, because first half he was very decent in my opinion. Second half he was, I don't want to be disrespectful here, but second half he was really bad. Let's say after 60 minutes that guy was just like unrecognizable. So let's go for David Luiz. I give Mustafi a 6. On the air as well, very good. You don't expect nothing less from Mustafi, of course. David Luiz, I give him a 5. I don't think he was a fall for the goal. I think kind of a little bit, just a little bit. But for me, the main fault was Kolasinac over there. He knows David Luiz is not the guy he's not too fast. He's not gonna turn his body too fast and recover from that. Kolasinac should have just gone forward and not passed it backwards to David Luiz. It passed it backwards. Kolasinac, I give him a 3. Maybe I could give him less. I don't think he was that bad on the game overall, but just because of that, man, you cannot do that, bro. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. I hope next game he gets benched. I wish we could play maybe Holding there. I said on my preview that I would maybe put Holding. I prefer Holding than Kolasinac, but I was fine with Kolasinac. He's not being bad on the last games, but always going to switch off. If it's not Kolasinac, then it's going to go with David Luiz. If it's not David Luiz, it's going to be Mustafi. If it's not Mustafi, who's it going to be? The guys are from missing the shots. So yeah, every day is one different thing. Tierney, left wing back, I give Tierney a 6. I think defensively he was alright. Going forward, he was kind of bad, let's be honest. His crosses were not that good today and were not on point. I give him a 6 overall. He had a right game. You're not going to expect nothing too less from Tierney because he's a quality player. Let's go for Hector Bellerin on the other side. I think Bellerin was decent actually. First half I think he was very decent. If it was only for the first half, I would have given Bellerin maybe a 7 or an 8. A 7, not an 8. I would have gave Bellerin a 7. Second half, I don't know what happened to that guy. Just give him a straight 4. Overall, I give Hector Bellerin. I'll be generous with him. I'll give Bellerin a 6. I think it was alright. As I said before, first half I think it was very decent going forward. Defensively, it was alright as well. That cross he had to Aubameyang as well. I don't know what Aubameyang was doing there. Now let's go for the midfield. Granit Xhaka. I give Xhaka a 6. I think he was decent, of course, distributing the ball. That's what he does the most. Passes high up the pitch. Defensively, he was okay. Didn't have the greatest game, to be honest. Some passes were not on point. Long passes, tried a long ball to Bellerin one time, did not work. The other was maybe Kolasinac, if I'm not wrong. Did not have the greatest game, to be honest, at least in my opinion, but was not the worst, not at all. I think Xhaka, I give him a 6. Ceballos, I give him a 7. I think first half he was very, very good. Second half, I think he was our best player second half as well, apart from Martinez, of course. And oh no, actually first half I think our best player was probably Lacazette. But yeah, Ceballos was having a very decent game. I like the fact that he always wins the ball as well, kind of like Guendouzi. But I also think that sometimes it takes too long. He's kind of getting adapted to that. He's releasing it quickly, in my opinion, more quickly than he used to. He was dribbling as well, passing the ball, but honestly, I don't think his price is going to be justified. If we pay 36 million on this guy, I'm going to be absolutely fuming. Up front, we're going with Nicolas Pepe. I gave Pepe a 5. Was not that effective on the game. Got subbed off, of course, in the last minutes. I think he could have stayed a little bit more. Maybe we could have subbed off, maybe Lacazette, but Aubameyang is not ever going to play on the middle. Since Arteta's been here, Aubameyang has never played on the middle, if I'm not wrong. So that's just unrealistic. Pepe, I thought it's interesting that Lucas Moura had 10 tackles on the whole game, and I saw him taking the ball from Pepe at least like 2 times. I also don't like when he plays with Bellerin. I don't like that combo. I like when Milan plays with Nicolas Pepe. I think it's going to work better. He still needs the support from a right back who overlaps behind him so he can come full, he can cut inside forward. That's what he is. Aubameyang, I give him a straight 4. I think he had chances where he couldn't score. I can remember the cross from Bellerin. I don't know what was happening there. Come on, you're a professional footballer, mate. The shot from Loris, the shot on the post, of course, on the wing. I said before, he's still playing as a 9. He's an inside forward. And Lacazette is going to open up space for Aubameyang to play there. So he's basically playing inside the box. I just don't like the fact that you can still put Aubameyang in the center. And I think he's going to be even more effective than playing still as a number 9, but as an inside forward. I prefer him playing as an advanced forward. And then you have a guy who can, I'm not saying Lacazette did bad today, but I would have still preferred Saka playing on the left side. I think if Aubameyang was to play on the left, I think it would have been much better if he played with a creative right winger. Maybe a Saka type of player on the right wing still, just like the game against Leicester. He's going to give him crosses, he's going to try to pass him the ball, and he's going to score, which is the best thing he does. When he plays on the left, I think he does not have the impact on the game. Of course, he's the guy with the conclusion, but he's not that guy who's going to... I like the guy who's going to create a situation, a guy who's going to be a threat. Of course, Aubameyang is a threat, but the thing is, Aubameyang does not have an impact on during the game. He has an impact on the conclusion, but I want a guy who plays on the wing who can make impact every single time we are attacking. I prefer Aubameyang playing on the center because, as I said before, I don't think Lacazette had a bad game. But if you had Aubameyang on the center and you had a left winger and you have a right winger, I think that would be much better. Now, if you have Pepe on the right, who's not going to be that creative player, he's going to be more an inside forward. He's going to mainly try to do his own thing. And then you have Aubameyang on the left side. I don't think that's quite going to work. And you have and then you have Lacazette on the middle. I just don't think that works, to be honest, people. I just don't. I think that we have to be going for a left winger this season on the transfer window, of course. I think Memphis Depay would be a good option. I think Benrahma from Brentford would be a good option. Justin Kluivert, maybe it would be a good option. I think I would do it. Willian for Chelsea, I think it would be a good option. Grealish would be a good option for me. But yeah, we're not talking about that. But yeah, people, I'm just giving my opinion. Lacazette, let's go for Lacazette. I give Lacazette an 8. First half, I actually think he was a 9. Second half, he was kind of a little bit like a 6. But just because of his good game, I'm going to give him an 8. I think he deserves it. 2 away consecutive games scoring a goal. Before that, I think he was 300, more than a year without scoring an away goal. But let's go for the sub. Cedric, I'm not going to give him anything. He came on... He had like, how many minutes did he play? 10 minutes? 12 minutes? I don't know. I'm not going to mark him. Joe Willock, not going to mark him. The other guys who came on, I don't think it's fair to mark them because they played for 12 minutes. The game was pretty much, it's too slow football. I don't see no intensity on the football. I'm not going to blame Arteta for that. I just think that the mistake with Arteta is that when he concedes a goal, he has no plan to fight against it. The games that we won in the Premier League were games that we started winning. And I think we kept the clean sheet in most of the games that we won. But when we concede a goal, I don't see Arteta with a plan B. I just don't see it. And we have so boring football, possession, control possession, but I don't see anything. We don't try to hurt the opponent. We don't show no intensity. We just pass the ball backwards, sideways. If I was to mark Arteta, I would give him a 6. I think it was alright because the fact that we lost the game. I still think he should have kept Pepe, in my opinion. I think he was not having the greatest game, but he can make an impact in just one shot. So I think that could have been a 1. But although I don't think he was going to do anything on the game. I thought I'd give him a 6. The fact that maybe Kolasinac was playing there instead of Rob Holding, maybe we can put Kieran Tierney in there, then put Saka as a left wing back, then you put Aubameyang because Aubameyang is not going to play in the center anyway. So that's what I would look for. Aubameyang playing on the wing, Saka playing left wing back, and Tierney playing as a left center back. People, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much. John here, Radio Station.